What's up, everyone? I just want to take a minute to thank you for all the love you've shown Bora Bora Apparel and the All American Sports Show. We put a lot of hard work into bringing you the best styles and fashion and a quality show for your viewing.
Slide into the set that's built for sweat and built to shine. Dime piece athleisure from Bora Boy Apparel. 4-way stretch, moisture wicking, zero quit. Made for every rep, every run, every vibe. Get
Good family, welcome to the All American Sports Show. Every week we give flowers to yesterday's stars, legends who paved the way and lit up the game. Tap in with us, celebrate the greats, and catch new episodes right here on YouTube.
Check this out.
Okay.
I look good.
Okay. On the street and I got my swag on. Okay. Get the money, gotta get my bag on. Okay. Triple back.
Is Bora Boy Apparel, urban athleisure that owns the street. Clean lines, premium feel, built to move with you. You saw it on the big screen in the new movie, Him and Her. Now streaming free on Tubi. Don't wait.
Hi, I'm legendary basketball player LaFonte Moses, number 55 from the Goldsboro High School Cougars. Make sure you tune in to the All American Sports Show every Friday night at 8 o'clock p.m. You hear me?
Welcome everybody to the All American Sports Show. I am your host, Bora Boy, aka Sean Atkinson. Tonight, as always, I got my co-host with me, Maurice Gunner Graham. What's good, Reese?
Easy does it, brother. Doing no more than I have to. How about yourself?
You already know, man. Same old soup, just reheated, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, we got a great show tonight, man. As you can see in the studio, man, we got championship coach Charlie Stevens coming to the show tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
As always, man, y'all know the show is sponsored by Bora Boy Apparel. That's BoraBoyApparel.net. That's the website. You guys go out there and get some Bora Boy Apparel, man. You know what I'm saying? Special shout out to M3S3 Apparel. We appreciate the love you guys been showing. Also, man, support Shy Money and Shy Money team down in Wayne County. He doing big things down there. And for all you party needs and designs and events, go to Designs on the Dimes, man, on Facebook. They'll take care of all of that. And to support the show, for better content and viewership, support the Cash App down at the bottom of the screen, man. We appreciate that. But yeah, man, just a quick recap of last week's show, man. The big man himself, Charles Ellis, man. Oh, man, what an amazing interview, man. What'd you think about that?
Hey, I think you hit the nail on the head when you called it the gentle giant.
Yes,
because I remember meeting Charles for the first time, and you know it was the same thing though. Like he was on the interview, man. Laid back, cool, biggest guy on the court, but he was just a gentle giant, man. I think one of the things that really struck me based off the interview that we had with Charles is the fact that Charles his mom was in the community. And she didn't really go to many games because she wanted him to be more books oriented than sports oriented. And I think at the end of the day, that helped him because he got a chance to go to Mount Olive College and get that degree, and it's all working out for him now.
Right. Definitely, man. And what I took from him too, man, is the fact of him staying true to himself and not, wavering to anybody else's criticism or, anybody else's structure, man. And it takes a strong person to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Especially in today's society, man. So shout out to Charles Ellis, man. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yes, sir.
It's an honor, bro. Honor. But yeah, man, we got championship coach Charlie Stevens in the building, man. And we're gonna give him a proper introduction, So, let's bring Coach on and start this show, man. What y'all think about that? Check out the monitor, man. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-American Sports Show. Please put your hands together for championship coach Charlie Stevens.
Welcome to the show, Coach Stevens. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great.
That's what's up, man. Welcome to the show, man. If you don't
Thank
know,
you.
If you don't know, this show is all about giving flowers to yesterday's legends, man, and stars, and highlighting our stars of yesterday, man. And you are definitely one of those legends of yesterday, and we want to definitely give you your flowers, while you're here. And definitely honor you for your championship win, man. So, Coach,
thank you very much.
So, Coach, let's get this interview started, man. So, where exactly are you from, Coach?
I'm from Princeton, North Carolina, about 12 miles from Goldsboro.
Okay. So, what is your mother and father? Are they from there as well?
Yes, my hometown is Princeton, North Carolina. I graduated from Princeton High School.
Okay. So let me ask you this: is your mother and father they're from there, Princeton High School? I mean, they're from Princeton as well, Coach.
Yeah, my mother and father they have all passed away, but we originated in Princeton.
Okay. So where's the inspiration for sports? Did either of them play sports?
Well, my grandmama and granddaddy are one that raised me, and James and Geraldine Stevens. And my granddaddy died when I was going to the 8th grade, so I don't know a whole lot about my granddaddy. I don't remember, because I was just in the 8th grade, but I don't ever think he was involved in any sports.
So what made you want to play sports? I see you got a lot of baseball memorabilia, and I remember you was telling me that you got drafted by the Kansas City Royals. What started your path to sports? What inspired you?
Well, I grew up with a lot of guys in the community, and when I was in grade school, we was all black school, and in the 8th grade they integrated, and we went to Princeton High School in the 8th grade. But before then, all my cousins and they were good. We were hoping to go to Richard B. Harrison in Selma, so I kind of followed their footsteps. And they the only thing we had was sports, so that kind of kept us busy.
So was baseball your first love?
Yeah, baseball was my first love.
Okay. So how'd you get gravitate to basketball?
Well, to be honest with you, in the 8th grade, I made the JV basketball team at Princeton. And in 9th grade year, the coach pulled me up to the varsity. And that was unheard of. And so I fell in love with basketball. And my junior year, he left, and they brought the football coach in. And that's how I got involved in football. So at Princeton, we only had 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball at that time. We was a small 1A school.
Yes, sir.
So, I was going to allude to that. I was going to allude to that too. You played football, so I mean, you was all over the place. It's safe to say you was one hell of an athlete.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I'm not sure, but I tell folks all the time. I scored the first touchdown in Princeton football history, and they got a real outstanding program now. I can remember the first game we played, we got beat 32-0. The second game we beat with Lee Woodard High School, we beat them 40-0, and I scored 4 touchdowns. And that's how I got involved in football. It was play or nothing. You know what I mean?
What position did you play, Coach?
I was a running back.
Okay, so what position did you play in baseball?
In baseball, I started out at second base. I ended up being an outfielder.
Okay. So talk to us about that, because you got an illustrious baseball career. So you say you got drafted out of high school?
Well, my senior year, I got drafted in the 22nd round by the Kansas City Warriors, and if I was playing today and got drafted in the 22nd round, I probably would have got some money. They only offered me $1,500, so I decided to go to Lewisburg Junior College, and I played there for 2 years. In my sophomore year, we went to the College World Series, and I led the nation in hitting. I got the Adirondack Big Stick Award, and I batted .469, and then I left. We played in the College World Series. We finished 3rd in the country, and I'm never gonna figure out how I'm the most valuable player on the team, voted by the team. We finished 3rd in the country, and I made honorable mention All-American and led the nation in hitting. And then that summer we had what they call the Collegiate Summer League, and I got MVP of the North Carolina Collegiate Summer League. And I decided to go to East Carolina. And the joke is I went to East Carolina as a prospect, and I left as a suspect. It all, for some reason or another, it all fell apart.
Oh man. So look, Coach, how did you get into coaching, man? I mean, you transitioned from being an athlete to over to coaching.
Well, at the end of my senior year at East Carolina, I had a desire to coach. I said, I majored in PE, and I said someday maybe I can become a coach. And Franklin County American Legion was looking to coach, and my college coach, Coach Russ Frazier, which is an outstanding man, he recommended they call me, and so I said, yeah, I'll take it on. And I coached the baseball team for 2 years at Franklin County Legion, and we got to the 3rd round, and the next thing you know, I just fell in love with coaching. And when I come back to my hometown, Mr. Fred Bartholomew, the principal at Princeton at the time, was my principal. He hired me and they gave me JV basketball. And from there, it's all history. I just fell in love with it and just stayed with it.
So, Coach,
One of my players was Dale Jones. He's the owner of Deacon Jones. You heard the call out Deacon Jones Auto Park. He's one of the owners of that. He was one of my first players.
Wow. Coach, it sounds like whatever you put your mind to, you're good at.
Well, I can say this. I've been very fortunate. I've had some good players, and let me tell you this: players make coaches. Coaches don't make players.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I get that. So, talk to us. How did you make your journey to Goldsboro High? You get your first coaching job, and from there, how did we get to Goldsboro?
Well, it's a long story, and a lot of people are calling me Suitcase Charlie because I didn't stay in too many places long.
Suitcase Charlie.
But I always looked up to Coach Lee and Goldsboro, coming from Princeton, and we would go watch Goldsboro High School play. And I can remember when Michael Jordan was at Laney. I can remember when Phil Ford was at Rocky Mount and Buck Williams and that crowd. And I can remember when Dominique Wilkins was at Washington High School. And for me to go to Goldsboro High School and watch them play was really like me going to Reynolds Coliseum watching David Thompson. And Goldsboro, they played for the state championship when Danny Manning was a junior in high school. And I told myself, I said, one day I'm going to be the basketball coach at Goldsboro High School. And fortunately for me, when I came to Wayne County, I started out, I was supposed to be the defensive coordinator for Southern Wayne football.
Okay.
And we went 0-10, so I didn't do much coordinating. We had one kid named Dino Filial. He ended up playing for Carolina Panthers.
All right.
And Coach Whitfield asked me if I want to help with baseball because I had played baseball. And I said, yeah. So all of a sudden, they decided, and I was going to help Randy Tilley, which was a great basketball coach. I learned a lot from him. And he said, do you want to coach the JVs? Well, I was young then, so I said, yeah. Next thing I know, they needed a girls coach. So I said, I'll take them on too. Because the girls and the JV would ride together.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We went 27-0 before we lost the game. And we lost in the sectional finals. So all of a sudden, now I'm a basketball coach instead of a football coach. And so then the next year when we go back, we 7 days into football practice and the Eastern Wayne basketball job come up. In the meantime, we 4A and I was the Mid-East Conference Girls Coach of the Year. The boys basketball job come over at Eastern Wayne, so I went and interviewed for it. And while I was interviewing, Mr. Donald Jones was the principal.
Mm-hmm.
And a guy called in, wanted to come and interview. He said, the guy had about a 2.5 hour drive. He said, I think I found the coach, so don't worry about coming. So I got the boys basketball job at Eastern Wayne. And the next year, I was the Mid-East Conference Boys Coach of the Year. And after 3 years at Eastern Wayne, I had the opportunity to go to Mount Olive College and work 1 year. And I probably should have stayed, but I didn't really like coaching at that time in the college rank. So the Goldsboro High job come open, and Coach James was instrumental in talking Mr. Whitley into hiring me to coach at Goldsboro High School.
Wow.
That's how I got to Goldsboro High School.
Wow. Shout out to Coach James, man. Yeah, and definitely shout out to Coach Tilley, too.
Yeah. Coach Tiller was a fine basketball coach. He ended up after I won the state championship, and I decided that I wanted to get out of coaching for a while. And Coach Tiller followed me at Southern Wayne. I mean, he came to Goldsboro and followed me at Goldsboro, and he was probably instrumental in me taking my career to another level. So you're right. A shout out to Coach Tiller and Coach James.
Yes,
Yeah, I got mad love for Coach Tilly as well, man. He didn't have to, but I got into a little situation myself when I came back from Colorado, and you know what I'm saying, he reached out to me and he got me a scholarship going to a school in California, and you know what I'm saying, he got me back in school, you know what I'm saying, and shout out to him for that, man, because he didn't have to do that. But yeah, man, that's it's like Goldsboro is full of nothing but legends, man. Just nothing but legends and just dog athletes. That's just what
Oh yeah.
This comes from now.
I was very fortunate to coach in football, Montreal Coley, David Thornton, Travis Coleman, all them guys, and probably one of the best basketball players I coached was Jamel Bell and Chris Tan, and at Eastern Wayne I coached Jamie Bell, and those boys are kin to Kobe White. They're first cousins. And so I've been very fortunate. I had some talented players along the way to make the journey a lot easier.
Yeah. Now, I remember coming in ninth grade year. We spoke about this a little earlier. Me, Chris Tan, Kevin Green, Dario Wright. You gave us the opportunity to play varsity our freshman year. What was your mindset back then for freshmen taking seniors position and playing for varsity?
Well, we was in a situation where when Coach Lee left, they graduated like 5 starters, and I think they only had a couple seniors from the year before, and we started out, and I think Jamel Bell got hurt after about the 4th or 5th game. That hurt us, and Calvin Graham was on that team, and we lost about 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row, and I made a decision. And you got to remember, we were 4A,
right?
Highest classification, and Goldsboro had been a dominant figure for years and years and years, and the people at Goldsboro expect to win,
right?
And so I had to make a decision what was going to be best for the program down the road. And you guys was on JVs, and Mike Wiggins was y'all coach, and he owned Bicycle World. And he was doing a great job. And I said, man, for us to even have a chance, we need to bring these boys up. And that's probably unheard of, taking 9th grade boys just out of middle school and putting them on that big stage. But y'all had a lot of potential. And I said, well, we'll take our lumps now. And I said, give me 3 or 4 years. And I feel like this is going to be the class that turned this program around. And fortunate for us, it worked out. But along the way, we had some sleepless nights, but we stuck with it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did, man. We did. I remember a lot of games that we played, but a lot of fond memories come with you off the court as well, Coach. Like I said, you are one of the most humorous coaches I've ever been around. Let me ask you this. Do you remember who was in the locker room? So I had been out flipping on the football field with Travis Coleman. And I come back in the getting ready for basketball practice. And I take off my shoes. My socks got dirt all on the back. Is black. Took a look at them socks and said, "Well, when you gonna change the oil out them socks?" Man, that stuck with me for years, man. You remember that?
I ain't exactly sure, but if I said it, I did it. Look, when you get my age at 71 now, a lot of things it's hard to remember a lot of stuff. And some of the stuff I want to forget because I probably shouldn't have said it. I noticed that last week you had Charles Ellis on, and I coached him.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. I remember Big Charles, you know what I'm saying, being on the team too, man, and you know, being a freshman back then, you know, I think I can speak for the other three freshmen. We was kind of timid going in, but Kevin Brown, Mayon Holloway, Jamel Bell, those type of guys, they always put their arms around us and gave us confidence to play. You know what I'm saying? We knew the stage that we was trying to perform on, and it was such a big stage. And but it also, man, it was such a big it was like a big promotion, you know, an honor to be asked to play for that level. So we didn't want to let you down, you know, but we just didn't have what it took at that time, you know.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it was really, you know, when I think about it now, it scares me half to death is to realize you guys you just left middle school. You didn't even have driving license. And you probably hadn't went on your first date. And Goldsboro was a basketball powerhouse. And hey man, we would pack the gym. The gym would be packed. And for me to ask y'all to do that, it scares me half to death to think about that now. When I look at a 9th grader now, when I go to when I see kids in the 9th grade, and I think about, man, what I asked you guys to do, that probably was asking too much. But the thing that I liked about it, y'all was ready for the challenge. Y'all felt like deep down in your heart that y'all gonna be the next Michael Jordan. And that made it easier for me because you guys were ready for it and like y'all wanted to be on the big stage.
Yeah, definitely. Hey guys, we got to take a small commercial break, man, but we gonna come right back. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight, man. We talking with Coach Charlie Stevens, championship coach Charlie Stevens, man. You guys are watching All-American Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Congratulations to championship coach Charlie Stevens.
To magical weddings and everything in between. Designs on the Dime turns your vision into a breathtaking reality without breaking the bank. Big dreams, small budgets, stunning events.
Meet Julian and Nicole, the chefs behind Picture Perfect Catering. They craft soulful dishes with premium ingredients and a lot of love. From full-service weddings to simple drop-offs, they're here to make every...
Here at the Panther Stadium giving away free Boro Boy apparel tees to the fans. Let's spread the love. You want one? There you go. Let's get it going. Who else need one? Boro Boy apparel!
That's good. That's that Tron's famous chicken and ribs. Woo!
All-American Sports Show, we celebrate the legends. Every week, we give flowers to the people who paved the way. Appreciate you, man. From the track to the court to the gridiron, we honor them all. Join us, and let's give them their flowers. What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the All-American Sports Show. I have to take a minute to throw a big shout-out to my guy, Jaron Reed. Man, you lit it up out there. Huge game, huge season. Congratulations, champ. Keep grinding, keep representing.
Yo, everybody's got Boro Boy on in here.
Guess it's the uniform now.
It's good on us, though.
Who's been rocking with Boro Boy apparel? Thank you. Your support means the world. We work every day to bring you pieces that feel premium, look luxurious, and stay easy on your pockets. From
we're back. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody watching in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Joining in for the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Celebrating the championship season and the, you know what I'm saying, work that Coach Charlie Stephens has done over the years. At this time, Coach, we got some people that want to pull up and pay their respects to you, man. So at this time, you know what I'm saying, everybody watch the monitor.
What's going on, Coach? Hope you're doing all right. Hey, congratulations for just everything so far in life. I just want to say thank you for getting us to the promised land of winning that championship. You were there with us every step of the way. You pushed us. You also allowed us to be who we are and let us play, you know, the brand of basketball that really represented the Goldsboro Cougar pride, the Cougar Nation. And so that'll always be a part of history. I just want to say thank you for that, and I wish you the best. All right, man. Peace.
Coach Stephens, the GOAT. Congratulations. Thank you. I want to give you your flowers while you are yet here. You are the greatest high school basketball coach that I ever seen, ever been around, even the greatest coach that I ever been around personally. I want to thank you for all the many lessons, all the time you took time out for me to shooting drills from 11, 12-year-old kid on up to I had a chance to play for you my junior and senior year. Man, I am grateful. If you was rocking, I was rolling. You are the greatest coach, man. Even the times as a middle schooler, you put me in camps with you. Playing against high school boys allowed me to show my talent. The one I never forget, you let me play against Stackhouse and Capel at Mount Olive. Put me in about the last minute and a half. I went there, hit 3 threes and a 2. Man, I thought I was doing something. This little strawny kid from Goldsboro, North Carolina. You gave me the possibility of dreaming. But the most important lesson I learned, that when I had my knee injury, that you taught me when life knocks you down, you got to get back up and come back stronger. So I want to say thank you for being the greatest coach ever. Thank you for taking time out for me throughout my career in basketball. But most important, I thank you for the relationship that not only we had then, but the one that we have now. Man, it is truly an honor to be ready to give the flowers to the GOAT, the GOAT, Coach Charles Stephens.
Coach Stephens, this is your big man, class of 97, Charles Ellis. I wanted to, first of all, say I'm so thankful and grateful that the good Lord has kept you here as long as he has. It's been a long time, but I wanted to give you some flowers just to say how much I appreciate everything you did for me. The hard work, the dedication, the energy. Every practice, every game, you brought us energy. You gave us everything you had. And at the moment, it may not have seemed like your players might not have appreciated you, but we appreciated you. You know, the lessons that I learned from you, the game of life, and just your tutelage and your patience with me. Those 3 years that I got the honor of playing under you. I want to tell you that, you know, I have become an even more mature man, and the lessons you taught me have made me successful in life. And I want to tell you that I love you and that I'm grateful for you. And you always have a special place in my heart, Coach. Love you, Coach Stephens.
Hey, Coach. This is Coach Bell. I just want to congratulate you with the years we had at Eastern Wayne and Goldsboro High School. You taught me a lot about basketball. You made me your #1 assistant, and I won't never forget that. We won at Eastern Wayne when they was winning a half a dozen games a year, and we were winning 18-23 and had nerve enough to go to the region. with my nephew, Jamie Bell, and Mike Sweeney. So I just want to congratulate you for the time we had together. And thank you for winning a state championship, the first one at Goldsboro High School, when no other coach could do. I hope you have many more years and success years in your life. Coach Bell.
Yo, thank you to all our special guests for that, man. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, all the work you guys put in for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Yeah,
Hey, Sean, I lost that video. I couldn't hear none of that.
Oh, man, you couldn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll send it to you, Coach. I'll send it to you, Coach.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, I hate you didn't hear it, but something Charles alluded to in the video, what he was speaking about when we spoke to him. You remember National Exposure Camp?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think you exposing us to that camp was one of the best things that you ever could have done for individuals like myself, Kevin Green, Dario Wright, Chris Tan, all of us for that matter. You know, Charles spoke on the team Potomac, and that's a team that sticks out in my mind as well. And I remember you speaking about them and talking about that's how we need to be. That's the discipline that we need to take on. And we took a beating down there, but it was a beating that made us stronger.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I know that there was a method to your madness. And I want you to give us an insight of your perspective of coaching us back then and your mindset of how to navigate these individual players. Because you had guys from different neighborhoods, all I mean, it was, you know how Goldsboro was.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, you know, at 71 years old, and I look back, sometimes I'm not sure if maybe I had to do it the way I thought it would work. And, you know, you put behind sight is 2020. And maybe for sometime, like you said, we went to those camps and it's like it's almost like I threw you guys in the water and you couldn't swim. And you had to figure it out. And well, the same thing here with me is that we had to take it one day at a time. And you know, I saw where you had Coach Bell up there, and he was one of my top assistants. And a lot of my success is that I got to give him credit because there was times that he said some things that I needed him to say to keep us on the right track. And when you look back, if I had to do it all over again and knowing what I know now, I probably would have been, I probably asked too much of you. But because we was in the situation we was in, it was do it or die. And y'all responded. And it's just that I tell my grandson this all the time. The thing that you guys had going for y'all had some want to. Y'all wanted to play. Y'all wanted to be part of it. The scoreboard didn't scare you one bit. Y'all wanted to be out there. I wanted to be there. And we just made it happen. And when I think about it now, it scares me half to death to think that I put y'all in that situation, but y'all came through.
Sure. Hey, Coach, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Reese. He got some questions he want to run down to you. It's on you, Reese.
Hey, so real quick, Coach, I'm going to hit the chat. Gary Baldwin says, smooth coach. Derek Worrell said, great coach. I enjoy my time with you. Thank you for the opportunity at Goldsboro High School. All right, Coach. Now let's get down to the real stuff. One word that describes your coaching style.
Say that again.
One word that describes your coaching style.
I was real aggressive. Yeah.
Now that you had time to reflect on your coaching career, any regrets, Coach?
Well, I regret that. The only thing I regret is that sometimes I think I was too hard on the boys, and maybe I put them in a situation because we wanted it so bad that I might have said some things that I shouldn't have said at the time in the heat of battle. And if I had to go back, my approach would be different now. And back in the 90s, you could get away with that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so the question I really want to hear, I want to hear the answer. Is there one coach you wanted to beat more than the rest?
Well, to be honest with you, I knew if I could beat Tilly, I had beat the best. and when I was at Eastern Wayne, beating Coach Lee, I knew he was probably the best, and I was hoping someday that I would get a chance to coach against Harvey Reed. And the team that I would have coached against him, he had a heart attack the night before. And those were the three coaches that, if you could beat Harvey Reed, Randy Tillett, and Norvell Lee, you was in pretty good company.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, best rivalry game, Eastern Wayne or Southern Wayne?
Eastern Wayne, no doubt. Eastern Wayne Goldsboro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, you've seen a lot of players come through the Wayne County. Tell me that one player from Wayne County you wish you had a chance to coach.
The one that I didn't coach?
Yes, sir. The one that you didn't coach that you wish you could have coached.
Well, I wish I'd have stayed around long enough to coach Kobe White, because that was Jamie Bell and Jamel Bell, and Chester Bell was his uncle. And if Kobe White, if I'd have still been at Eastern Wayne or Goldsboro, he'd have worn one of them uniforms, because they'd have made sure of that.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, so this one right here gonna be a little sticky, right? So we've heard a few people say they felt like it was political or genders was there when they was trying to, when they went out for the Goldsboro High School basketball team. How hard was it to decide who to cut and who to keep?
Well, to be honest with you, we didn't have a lot of tryouts. The guys, they just about would play. I would see them in the 9th grade, middle school. We see them playing, and I was a PE teacher, so we kind of knew who could cut the mustard right from the giddy up. And we were very fortunate because we had some talented kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, what made that championship team so special?
Well, number one, Chris Tan. Chris Tan, he was special. He made up for a lot of mistakes, and we just had some kids that had played together. Ricky Bryant was a true point guard. Angelo Maddox could really shoot it, and we started that year Chris Tan didn't play until after Christmas. Angelo got suspended. He didn't come back until about the second regular season, with 2 games left in the regular season. Once we got all our players together, we started gelling. We finished 3rd in the regular season. And by the time we got in the playoff, we took off.
So at what point in the season, Coach, did you feel like, oh, we got a chance?
Well, once I got them all together, once we got them all back, I knew then we had a chance to make a run for it.
Yes, sir. All right, Coach, I'm gonna call off the starting 5 for the championship team. Give me one word to describe them as a basketball player. The one and only Chris Tan.
He was the real deal.
Angelo Maddox.
Could really shoot.
Dario Wright.
Dario was a real team player.
Absolutely. Lord Brickery.
Lord was the hardest working guy on the team.
And the one and only Ricky Bryant.
Ricky could handle that basketball. We used to say, Archie used to say Ricky could pat that ball.
Hey, Coach, and I salute you when you said Dario Wright was a team player. We had Dario on the show one time before, and I told Dario, like, of everybody on that team, I felt like he probably should have got more shots, but Dario didn't care about that. Dario just wanted to win, and I think because he had that attitude, it took us a long way. Because in my eyes, Chris Tan, one option number 1. Angelo Maddox, option number 2. Dario Wright, option number 3. Obviously, Lord, option number 4, because he was our sniper. And then Ricky Bryant. Like what else could we say about Ricky? Ricky might have been one of the ones that don't get the just due that he deserved. But he was the floor general. He was the coach on the floor, and he ran it just like you wanted him to run it with no issues.
Yeah. With Ricky, to be honest with you, and I have to be totally honest, I didn't realize Ricky was that good until once we got him in the starting role, and I learned a few things. When we spread that court and put that ball in Ricky's hand, it was over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I tell you something else. We had the 2 Graham boys, and they were instrumental in coming off the bench. Them Graham boys, they played a key role too. Both of them boys was outstanding. Don't count them short.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, let me ask you this. If you had to put together a starting 5 from Wayne County, all-time starting 5, Coach, what would be your starting 5?
Well, I mean, with my age and all, it's hard for me to remember all the players that played, but Chris Tan would definitely be one. Jamel Bell would be one. And Jamie Bell would be one. And at Southern Wayne, he played at NC State.
Chuck Carnegie.
Chuck Carnegie would be one. And probably I coached a kid at Eastern Wayne by the name of Keith Hines. He probably would be one.
That was another floor general right there too, Coach.
Yeah, Keith. We was going in the wrong direction at Eastern Wayne, and I pulled him up as a 10th grader, and we never looked back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, my last question for you, Coach, and this one is near and dear to my heart. Why didn't you run it back after we won the state championship? Why didn't you come back one more season?
Well, that's a mistake that I made. If that's something that for the last 28 years, that's always been in my crawl, and that's a mistake that I made. I think I did it for selfish reason. At that time, I wasn't serving the Lord, and my life was not where it should have been. And if I'd have been where I'm at now with the Lord, and if I'd have been a Christian, some things that went on personally wouldn't have happened.
Yes, sir.
And so I really, that's something that I've had to battle the rest of my life. I've asked the Lord for forgiveness, and I feel like deep down in my sanctified soul, He has forgiven me for it. And if I had to do it all over again, I would have stayed. But it was some personal reason that I let take control, that if I'm at the stage now that I could have prayed my way through it and God would have gave me the answer. So it was a mistake on my part.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, I only asked you that because me and you got into a heated debate about that one. I was upset because I knew you was leaving, and I asked you, I was like, Coach, so why are you leaving? And it got kind of heated, and then two cooler heads prevailed in the end. But I really wanted you to run it back with us because I thought you knew the team and that we could be special. But like you said, well, go ahead, Coach.
And to be honest with you, we had some good players coming, and I walked away from a dynasty. But it was personal reason. I was not where I needed to be with the Lord, and that's something that I got to live with the rest of my life. But like I said, whatever I told you then was an excuse, and it was just some made up words.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Hey, Coach, that was my last question. I just want to say thank you. It was an honor and a pleasure to play for you. It was fun times. It was fun times because at the end of the day, like Lord said, you gave us that chance to play free. You was hard on us, but at the end of the day, you allowed us to just be kids, and we made mistakes. But at the end of the day, you held the reins tight, and we had probably the best player in North Carolina at the time, in Christopher Tan. And just wanted to say thank you, Coach, for all in for everything, Coach.
Yes, sir. Let me share this with y'all. Y'all didn't know this. I used to have a rule that you had to be on the bus if we were leaving at 5 at quarter till, right? But you guys didn't never figure this out. I would always send my assistant coach out to see. I sent him out there to see was y'all on the bus, but I sent him out there to make sure Chris Tan was on the
bus. Hey, Coach, you know what? That was not a secret. We knew this already. I don't know if you remember this game. We was on our way to Kinston, and Chris.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So what do? We sat right there until Chris got on the bus.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Then the coach came and got me and said, Chris is on the bus. I said, okay, we can go now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Sean, it's on you. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Those some fun times back then, man. So, Coach, man, we reached the end of the show, man, the portion we like to call the fast round, man. And we call it the fast round because we ask you to answer the question within a 2-second time span, but everybody takes their time with it, man, so have at it. Just going to ask you a couple culture questions to see where you align with everything. So, my first question is, you being a Southern boy, you like sugar or butter on your grits?
A butter.
Okay. LeBron or Jordan, Coach?
LeBron.
LeBron?
Yes. You got to remember, at 18 years old, LeBron was in the NBA. Jordan, he played 2 years. He played high school, then he went to college. LeBron went right from the high school right to the NBA and was a star the very first year.
I ain't gonna argue with you, Coach. Hey, Race, I'm gonna let him live, please.
Nah, I don't think you should, but let's go. Oh man.
All right, how about this right here, Coach? Go a little dick. Black Welder or Craig Dawson?
Craig Dawson.
Ooh. Care to elaborate?
Craig Dawson can shoot that thing.
Yeah, he can. He can. But Garrett Blackwelder can shoot that thing too.
He couldn't play like. Look, Blackwell didn't go to Wake Forest. He went to East Carolina. That's a different animal.
Okay. We alluded to Ricky Bryant, and we reached out to Ricky to come on the show, and Ricky doesn't relive the basketball era for personal reasons, but like I tell Ricky, he deserves his flowers. I wasn't there to see it, but I heard that there was a miraculous moment that you guys had where Ricky just took control, and from my understanding, without that moment, there wouldn't have been no advancement. You gotta talk about that, Coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. Ricky Bryant, he changed my philosophy about coaching, and let me tell you this: without Rick, we don't win the state championship if Ricky Bryant don't go put that Superman suit on. Ricky Bryant, he was the reason why we won the state championship. Again, when we played Winston-Salem Carver, with about 2 minutes to go, Ricky took the game over. And without him, we don't even get to the next round. And he controlled the game. And all I can say is that I don't know why I didn't use Ricky more early in the year. But thank God I discovered him at the right time, at the right moment.
Right. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Rick, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Much love to Rick, man. And much love, to Chris Tan, Dario Wright, OJ, the rest of them guys, man, that played on that team, Shout out that whole championship team. Putting in that work. We appreciate, you guys, man. But hey, Coach, man, that's our show for the night, man. We really appreciate you pulling up on us, man, and giving us the opportunity and the honor to bless you with this tonight, man. It's an honor. I haven't seen you in over 20-something years, and it's an honor to play for you. I got to tell you, man, the ethic that you installed in me and the things that you experienced and that you showed me and put me through, I got to say that that had something with me becoming a McDonald's All-American. And, I owe that to you, Carver Durham, Bruce Bradshaw. And I just want to say thank you, man. And I definitely want to make sure that you get the love and respect that you deserve while you're here, Coach. I love you, man.
I like to, can I close out with this?
Go ahead.
It's been 28 years since we won the state championship, and this is the first time anybody have reached out since we won that thing. And after we won it, they did a couple of things that year, but since it's all been over with, this is the first time anybody have reached out and did anything of this nature. And I want to thank you for it. And deep down, I'm very appreciative, and may God bless you and continue to smile on you.
Thank you, Coach, man. We appreciate that, man. That's what we do, man. We here to honor our legends, man, and give our community the support that they need, man. We appreciate that. We really do. But guys, I appreciate y'all showing up, man. That's our show for the night. I am your host, Burrow Boy, aka Sean Atkinson. Got my man Maurice Gunner Graham, championship coach Charlie Stevens, man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
subscribe. And I hope you guys subscribe.